Morning, sitting at home watching this, and there's no sound on there apart from the ambient, and I thought, oh bloody hell, if I'm going to get bored I might as well bore you guys as well. So I'll come in and do some talking until someone comes in and relieves me. Possibly someone out there that knows what they're talking about, we'll find out. So, don't know Suzanne, no Jody, one apiece. Probably going to be taking this to the top left, the black that is. Don't think you want to go the other way because that'll push that 12 towards the seed pocket. We don't really want that. There we go. Oh, a nice shot. So 2-1 there. It's some nice potting in that frame. Standing there watching it a little bit of it before I walked up here. So I'd like to thank all the out-of-towners for bringing the miserable weather with them, because everyone knows that it's sunny in Canterbury all the time, but it's blimmin' horrible out there. Apparently it's going to stop raining shortly and then it's going to start persisting down. So the car park is absolutely chocker because they've got bingo, so if you guys are watching, you might want to delay coming down here for a little while unless you can get a ride, because that car park is full, because there are literally, like, with all accuracy, about 1 million bingo players in the main hall down there having a go at each other. Well, no, they're not having a go at each other, they're listening to Karen talking to bingo. But yeah, it's the car park's absolutely chocker. So just a bit of advice if you're thinking about wandering down, just delay it for an hour or so. Listen to the dulcet tones from here. Okay, dry break. Sort of pick of the litter there is probably going to be the big ones, although those little ones are certainly covering that black very nicely. Not quite so much now, but it makes a 1 and the 6 a bit awkward. Got to winkle that 12 out of there somewhere as well. Notice how Jodie was holding the spider up off the table, and that when she played the stroke the jigger moved. It's sort of mildly irritating when you see players do that, because there's plenty of room under that jigger for balls, and you'd be better off doing a long bridge with it than holding it and letting the jigger move when you play the stroke. There's no way you're going to be accurate all the time doing that. Yeah, it's better have it grounded. That's still pretty fraught there, isn't it? Oh, that moved as well, yeah. So I rest my case. It's such a basic thing. There is the theory that short people are better with jiggers than tall people because they need to use them more often. So Mike Hurley, in theory, then would be terrible with a jigger. Although I don't know, because I've never actually seen him use one. It was quite a tidy wee shot there, splitting those little bits up. So we'll see if that 1 goes past the 4. If not, it'll be useful for a plant. That 3 up the other end could be a nuisance, so that'll take a bit of work to get at. Okay, obviously the 1-4 plant's not the flavour of the month, so Yep. That's a nice pot with that. G'day Craig. Surface flooding in Ashburton, yes, bloody rubbish everywhere, mate. Yeah, feel sorry for the people down further south. I saw some photos out of the Oamaru Club last night. Their snooker rooms up to the got about a foot of water in the snooker room. I know that the Oamaru New World got flooded out yesterday. 1 o'clock, they had water coming off the hill through the store. They had a lot of people in there early in the morning to get the shop open, to keep feeding the south. Okay, well that shot from Jody there gives Suzanne an opportunity to clean that 3 out. And with that wee angle there, that's going to give it a nice wee run back up the table. The cue ball will run back up the table. Probably could have forced that a bit harder, but more important to get the pot, of course. So just sort of dribble that 1 in, it'll leave you a shot with the 4. Still got to work on that 7. The 7's on in the bottom left by the look of it. Well, we'll find out now, won't we? Yes, it is. Just clears out that opportunity to see the 4. Can't do much with it, of course. Yeah. Righto. Jessica Clapp, Janine Clifford on the other table. Jessica from Invercargill. Janine, one of the Smurfs, Glen Eden. Okay, couple of choices there for the snooker, the free ball. Jody's left Suzanne. Probably a thinnish cut. Oh, she's going off the cushion first by the look of it. Come around for the 4 on the side. Yeah, not sure about that one. I think possibly could have hit that thinner. Come back for the 4 in beside the 9. That would have left you opportunity if you're in the middle of the table to get some position on that black. It's a nice pot. What are we going to do here? Clear that. So it's not in a flash place, that black, but it's not terminal. Jodie's got a couple of nasty balls there she's got to deal with. However, with that position of the black, she might have a shot up her sleeve to deal with them. Oh, it's not in a, it's even a worse place now, but I need to get some of these out of the way. Okay, so looks like that 9's slightly round the jaw. It could be worthwhile. No, we can take the double on. It's not the worst result if it's not a snooker. It's fairly close. You can see them looking. Oh, we've called it a snooker. Suzanne's called to 12 for a free ball. I heard it. nasty. Still deciding on a set on the left-hand table. Yeah, not a bad option there, Jody. Okay, just pay some attention to the left hand. Yeah, thanks, Zandra. Morning. Yeah, I was pretty bored myself watching it at home. Only working part-time now, so come in here and spend 26 hours talking and 2 hours sharing my knowledge. Asking for the snooker there. It's a shake of the head. It was optimistic. Worth the question though. sort of direction. So, yeah, it's a little bit complicated with that too there. Well, that's an interesting option. I don't mean the in off in any sort of sarcasm, but cutting it over that way. I suppose it would have left you a shot at the 2 if you'd got it and then gone and off. But it needed to be softer than that. Might have tracked differently with a slower sort of pace as well. You don't need to whack the ball hard on these tables. The weather's not that flash, it is a bit cool, and they're probably not running as fast as they normally do, but they're pretty slick normally, and you don't need to hit them that hard. They're pretty true tables. Okay, so that's the plan there. That cue ball could have gone in a couple of places. Don't think that 13 goes past the 7. Look at the side angle. No, it probably doesn't. So, nice. Now that's probably a pretty good shot actually, because thinning that 14 in is going to push that cue ball down onto that 8 and the 13. So see what happens here. So thinning it into the side should give you to that mess there. If you go straight, well, that's a different kettle of fish altogether. Okay, gone straight and just setting that up for Ron later on. Pretty sure that 13 does not go past the 7. No, it doesn't. Okay, what's Jessica doing here? Oh, that's better jigger technique. Elbow up, jigger solid. I believe Jack Lemon has done some coaching with Jessica. Might be where that influence comes from. So the option now is to promote that 13 before you take the 14. Decide where you're going to put it and have the cue ball over on the left hand side of the table. Yeah, that's very good. Just what the doctor ordered almost. So Jessica is in a power of hurt here, to be fair. It's not really any way to cover anything unless you want to put that 7, tuck it on the black and tie that up again. Looks like she's having a look at that. I think that 14's on directly. Yeah, it's definitely on off the cushion. So that should swing that cue ball out into the middle. So you're looking at a pretty simple road map here. No, you're not looking at a simple road map. Want to go the other way. It's probably, that's a very unoffensive way of going about it, defensive way of going about it. I think Jessica was trying to tie that black up a little bit there. I think she should have pulled the pin then to have a go at that before playing that 13 down the end. Now we've got an interesting positional option here. It should be able to get down there alright. Need to... Okay. That's one way of skinning the cat. That might actually be on there. That would be very lucky after that result. You can see it anyway. Okay, where are we going to do this, Jessica? You're going to go straight in there, take the double? Nope. It's not the worst free ball you could give away. Decide where you're going to put that to. Do you play safe again? You can take it on. That looks like just putting that on the side cushion. Yep. I think, Janine, you're actually quite good at turning the screws. Sorry, Jessica, good at turning the screws there. Wrong J. Wrong JC. So Janine made Jessica play again, which I didn't pick because I couldn't see the players because the camera's too close to the table, but that's just the way it is. So if this doesn't go in, it needs to be over. Okay. One good pot. Pretty obvious where we have to go with this and what's got to be done. It's not much opportunity left for tactical brilliance here. Well, that was flirting with danger, wasn't it? We've got a new producer today. Richard's standing in for Paul. Paul's lack of dedication and deciding he has to work for a living instead of coming in here and doing the producing. But it is really good that we've got another person that can do the keyboard monkey thing, which gives them a few more options for commentary, for streaming. Otherwise there'd be no streaming today at all. So he's still learning his way around the keyboard, which is great because it gives me an opportunity to poke a bit of borax at him, which I'm sure he's got a smirk on his face, but I think he wants to hit me. Not yet. Give it time. We'll work on it. Okay. Okay, we haven't got another game up yet on the other table. Must be waiting for someone. Dry break. Easy starter with the overs. And they're looking fairly open. There's not really any trouble with the overs there. Okay, let me rephrase that. There wasn't any trouble with the overs there. That's not too bad, actually. I thought that might have been sort of in offish. It's tied those two balls up, though. 12-10 aren't that flash looking now.
Second one, Willie Cox-Watson, Liz Helen, Hornby. Live streaming channel 13, please.
Okay, we've got a game coming up. Oh, nice double. The 3's on, but that cue ball's going to track towards the 8, which might not be a bad thing if you can just push that towards that pocket a little bit, cover that 11. No, taking the 2 on because you can see it. That's a good shot. So that 4's on past the 1 into the side pocket. Gives you an opportunity to get rid of one of those two tricky little balls there. I don't know why you do that. I do not know why. Might have been trying to clear them out, but that needed to have a little bit more oomph into it than that, I think. Yeah, g'day Thomas. Morning to you too, mate. How's life in the coast? Probably sunny and all that because it's rubbish over here. It's usually good over there. See you next week, my friend, for the Masters. So I believe you are now officially an old fart, same as all the rest of us. Oh, I can see why they were waiting to get a game up on the streaming table. This should be a nice one. Camellia Cook, Liz Hullen. Liz, current South Island Pairs champion. We'll get the name spelled right. I'm sure that's not the first time Camellia's been called something different. Oh, okay. Cool. Got it right. Okay, now we've got two interesting little games. That looks a little bit dry to me. Yeah, good idea getting rid of that 15 because that takes away an opportunity for the 1 to use it as a way to get into that pocket. Okay. Liz taking the unders. Any old 3 you like now, Liz, by the looks of it. Now what are you going to do, Jessica? $12, okay. Ooh, that was a long way from being near the pocket, but it does make that 7 interesting. Well, that 4's pretty well covered now, isn't it? Yep. First, it's your first Masters, Tom. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's the tournament that's full of cunning old people. Some of whom can still pot. So it's quite a good tournament. Lots of fun. Oh, that's a very nice shot there. One tricky little ball down, one to go. Okay, where are we going here, Camellia? Shooting, taking the 13 in the side. Just warming up, are we? Not a bad option there from Janine. So that double's not on, I don't think. That's pretty much on the cushion on the left table. So that may double kiss if you go into the side. You probably want to try going down into the corner. Shot, Elizabeth. That's a nasty little clump of balls there on the bottom left of that right hand table. Now, taking the 2 on here should get that cue ball tracking over that way. Could make it worse, of course, by pushing the 14 in there, but that's not any disadvantage to Liz, except didn't get a pot. Janine trying to get a bit of action on that cue ball to get down towards that 7, didn't quite, died off the cushion, I think. In the pocket happens quite a bit. Got a bit of work to do on the bottom. Both players got a wee bit of work to do on the bottom left. Nice pot there. Bottom left table, that right hand table. It's not really anything much on there, to be fair. Yep, trying to clear that out. So, oh, I don't know if you call that a help or a hindrance, Amelia. I do not know. It's got one of your balls out. Oh, no pressure with this shot. Jessica, no pressure at all. 14 obviously goes past the 6. You're just going to play safe on this, are you? Screw back into them. That's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, good effort there, Jessica. Yeah, good. Get your worst ball out there. Camellia, that's good thinking. So Liz has got to leave this so that Camellia does have a shot on that 11 that's going to put the cue ball into that bunch. So maybe leave this in or over. Harder than that, but at least that's stopped that option there. Play that one, okay. Just winkled another ball out, that's fine. I'd like to have the overhead here, because then we can see if that 5 could go in slightly, just with a slow little trickle in off the 4. That's a technical term, trickle in. We might even go direct. Yeah. If not, it's going to be in or over, cause a bit of nuisance. Because Liz plays with Aileen Barnes, and this is the sort of game that Aileen loves, or tends to end up playing quite a bit. Go and see what Camellia was trying to do there with that 11. So what she's doing is slowly getting her balls into a position where she can clean out that corner. Liz has got to be starting to work on slowly getting her balls into a position where she's negating that opportunity. So the 12's on. Liz is almost in a position she has to get this. Okay, wee thin cut on that 11 is going to be quite useful here, especially for playing with check side. Oh, there's a cut on there, is it? On the 12. Not necessarily, but it's still in there enough to do some damage. Okay, that 2 was a make or break shot really then, wasn't it? Okay, just check on that score on the left hand table. I sort of wasn't paying a huge amount of attention. 14, Ronnie. Oh, nice shot, Liz. Although I think you've given away a free ball there. It's a little bit unlucky. So, referee's just going to check that score. I've got a feeling Janine got that second frame, but I may be wrong. It's not the first time in my life I've been wrong. As they say, I thought I made a mistake once, but I hadn't. No, I did make a mistake. Now I've got the producer smirking at me again. It's almost like being in the naughty boys corner without being a naughty boy. Well, this is turning into a interesting little frame on the right, isn't it? sort of lost track of what was happening on the left-hand table. I'm sort of fascinated by these sorts of tippy-tappy, tight, nasty little frames like this. You've got to be careful here. You don't want to play this with too much pace. You don't want it to be played so soft that the cue ball drifts and hits the 8 first. It didn't do that. That's a really good shot. Nice judgment there, Liz. It's actually quite tricky. You've got to hit this really thin, but it does nothing to motion of anything. Unlucky. Mind you, where that 11 is, that stops the 12 as a free ball. Unless you can't get a shot at it. Unless you come off the cushion. Don't really want to be playing someone who played in a final last night told me that you shouldn't really be playing a free ball into a pocket that you want to play your next ball into. That's a good option, Liz. Excellent. Use the black just to promote that 4, which was what I was sort of thinking might be happening, because you didn't really want to take that 12 off the cushion. The last thing you want to do is to leave it sitting over a pocket. So that sort of like quote-unquote golden rule of not playing a free ball into a pocket you want to play your next ball into does actually make sense. So that 9 will track along the cushion and pop that 4 away. Now it'll also push that 12 out as well, but that's not a bad thing for Camellia, so Liz has got to bear that in mind. When she plays this shot, she needs to have the cue ball way up the table on the left hand side. So the other thing too is she can't see that 4, so probably needs to start working on getting the okay, that's not that flash, that was a bit over hit really. Yeah, she's walking away with that hang, sort of, I'll use the term hang dog, but that's not quite what I mean. Look on her face. So this is going to come off the top cushion and back down, so the next shot Camellia plays will be the 9. And I think that's going to go in there with a little bit of pace and probably a bit of a run through as well on the cue ball. That 6 hasn't ended up in a good place for Liz. So I think the pendulum swung a little bit round here. Righto, a couple of good shots here, Liz, and you're back in the business. So keeping the cue ball on the left hand side of the table again would be handy. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in a different section, so you must be in the late section. Yeah, and you're waiting for her to sort the cards out. And then she's blaming me.
Okay, a nice wee thin cut on the 9 wouldn't be a miss here. Don't know if you want to get it. If you do, maybe not quite. Oh yeah, that will work. So it's sort of interesting how this frame's turned around from one bad shot from Liz, and Camelia's been able to pretty much reverse the whole role in this frame from having struggling in that bottom left corner to actually pretty much owning it now. I think Liz has got herself a little bit of an opportunity for a face cut here, but what's happening with that cue ball after that, who knows. Janine's just given a combo away on the other frame. Yeah, good defensive shot there, Liz. Yeah, good option. Yeah, we trickle into the side pocket wasn't on, because if you hadn't got it, the 4 was on. It's still actually on, to be fair. It's cuttable. It's not easy though. It's a very low percentage shot. So she's taking the cut on from the looks of it. I thought a double back into the top left might have been an option, but it's a bit of a Hail Mary. Okay, how are we going to play this? Playing this a wee bit of top left and just there. So that should go still. If not directly, it'll go off the cushion. And if you don't get it, it's sitting there. It's just got it directly. Yep. And that's all she wrote. Now there's a good example, that frame of just patience and chipping away and applying as much pressure as you can, even when you're in the cactus. So it's a good example of what to do when you're up the creek. To be fair, it's nicely done. So 1-0 Camellia Cook. I just opened a packet of gum snakes. Brain food. Dry break. Easy startup. I'm not at work, John, because I'm partially retired, so I'm double dipping, so I need you to stay at work and keep paying your taxes so that you can pay my super, even though I'm still partially working.
Tell him to do some work.
Oh, and Cheryl just said that you need to be doing some work. Tell him to do some work. I scare you, well, she scares me. Right, where we at? Eating, just waiting for the brain food to work. Oh, nice pot there, Jessica Clapp. Can I make a suggestion? And that is, rather than playing that 3, is you double that 6 over into that corner. So you don't end up with that. Oh, nice. Now you got to do it again. Pot there from Liz. Needs to get a position to run something down inside that 7. Don't think that 11 goes past the 3. Excellent safety there, Ms. Clapp. John and Daryl bashing away on the keyboard against each other to see who's going to be number 1 comment person. I know you're both. Battle of wits between unarmed opponents. Sorry, apologies for being rude. Yeah, good shot, Liz. Although I suspect you may have given away a free ball. No harm done over there, Jessica. Cuts on, but it's low percentage. High pressure. Yeah. I was a bit like that yesterday. Except I got told to do some work. Oh, I'm sorry about that, John, if I hurt your little bitty feeling. But Daryl's still number 1 in the comment. Still got the number 1 crown for comments. We have to break that up into 3 sentences. So that's turned that frame around. Well, certainly has. Oop. There, I've noticed what happened there on the left hand side table this time. So Liz is still in the box seat here, so on the right hand table. Ooh, what do we do here? Trickle the 4 over beside the 9, give you a chance to clean that out, but then you're putting another ball in strife. It could clear it out. Cue ball's going to track into that 11. excellent. All of you people are wonderful. If anyone there is reading the comments, you can see why I'm so angry all the time. Right, let's talk about some pool. So this shot from Janine's is off. She had a combo, and she's just given one away. Liz's got a wee bit of work to do here. That black's sort of covered, so she's got a little bit of time up her sleeve. How aggressive do you want to be? You going to bet that you can pot out from there? So, the fewer balls Liz has on the table, the harder that 10's going to be to deal with. You love the attention, Paul. I'm going back to work soon, so unfortunately I won't be able to comment. Well, that's sort of interesting. That actually improves the chances of that 10, because that'll go off that 4 now. So a little bit of careful management here, and I think Liz could have this frame sorted. Problem will be, if she goes off that 10, that 8 may not be cleared enough. Oop, see what was trying to do there. 3-day event, I believe, finishes on Friday. So today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days. Yeah, finishes Friday, so yeah. Yeah, good work, Liz. You can see trying to put the pressure on there, but that's just a natural wee shot to get that split. So all this is going to do is come down to whether or not Camellia gets a shot on that black or not after this pot. She can't play it too soft unless she just lays up the 4, leaves the cue ball on the cushion, so there's no snooker on the 10. Or she has a go at this. I mean, 2-0 up, then race to 3. There you go. I think Liz will look back on this match and see a few lost opportunities there. Yeah, that was pretty classy all round, to be fair. So 3-0 Camellia Cook over Liz Hullen. Must be getting close to the end of the sections if we've got a match of that sort of calibre on. See if I can get the googly thing up to do the see where we're at with it. Just looking at my Facebook feed, and I see the Oamaru Club's photo of the Oamaru Club's snooker room. Good golly, Liz is number 3 in a section. Here we go. instead of little foam. So Chamelea's gone through, dropped just 1-3, dropped 1 frame so far. Jojo's got 2 without dropping a frame. Kimberly Cullen's played 4, hasn't dropped a frame. Gina Grimwood's played 3, hasn't dropped a frame. So if you're going to pick a Jojo Camellia final, that frame that Camellia dropped first up against Louise Kerr could put her on the other side of the draw. But that sort of depends on if anyone else drops a frame in there. So Gina's got Suzanne Hart, who we saw playing Jodie Chapman a wee while ago. And Kimberly Cullen's got O'Hara Rihu Brown, who we saw early up this morning playing Wendy Stevens on the streaming table. Gina's got Maureen Woods too. Jojo's got, she's playing Denise Brennick now from Waimea, and then Jessica Clapp. Camelia's got Amber Kirkwood to finish up. So, yeah, it's possible they'll be on opposite sides of the draw. The first 2 sections this morning have only got 5 players in them. Anyway, we don't have any streaming games up now, so I'm going to take a break for a minute. Righto, welcome back. We have Gina Grimwood from Waimea, we're representing Waimea, and Maureen Woods from Northland Club, bashing away on table 13. Numbers 1 and 2 in the section. Maureen's dropped one match with 2 frames to Suzanne Hart, and Gina has dropped 2 frames this morning, both of them again to Suzanne Hart. So should be an entertaining match. Here we go. So it's waiting for Gina to wander over. Here we go. We comfort stop. And Maureen has won the toss. They're sort of just in front of us, so I can see what's going on a little bit. I'll commentate from the screen though, and not from what I can see. There's the room view at this stage. I'm just waiting for Maureen to get organised. Ooh. Here we go. Alright, my beloved came over with the menu. We'll just have a sandwich, I think. I've already had brain food, I had a gum snake. Okay, dry break. Gina's having a look at that 10. Nothing much else in the way of choice there, to be fair. It's a fairly open table, it's a good spread. Now that's a little bit unfortunate. A, to get it in from that angle, and B, to get it in from that angle after it has a wee snick on the 2 as it went past. Nice shot there. Makes sense to have a look at the 4 next. No, it doesn't look like you can see it past the 9. Almost worthwhile doing that off the cushion. Might have been worthwhile keeping that there as a defensive ball, but you've still got plenty of options on the table. The 2 going down the rail won't hurt if you don't get it, and that's good. Probably worthwhile thinking about getting that 14 out of there now. Not a huge number of options left on the table. Could probably try and cut the 12, but that doesn't take away that problem with the 14. The 7's fairly well tied up, and the 4's not a simple ball, so it's not like you're under huge amounts of stress. It's going to cut that in. Looked like it was cutting in beside the 2, but that's a good option there as well. Better than trying to Marcus double it out of there. So this cuts on and should leave you a shot on the 4, except if the 12 gets in the way. Well, that was worth thinking about as an option. Not sure about taking that 13 on there. It'll run the 11 onto the 12, or into that corner anyway. At the worst, it's going to stuff up that 4 a bit more. Don't think that 14's on from there. And you don't want to be running that cue ball up to this end of the bottom end of the table. It makes that 4 tricky, but it might have promoted that 7 a little bit. Yeah, Maureen seriously thinking about pushing that 7 through. Not a bad option. Getting it out of there, getting it out of trouble. That was on. That was pretty close to being a combo there, I would have thought. No one's sort of like jumping up and down about it. Does it come under the heading of simultaneous contact? The replay would be handy, wouldn't it? Here we go, we're just looking at the replay now. I think we'll call that simultaneous contact with the 7 and the 13. Okay, Gina's a wee bit of work to do here. Combo. Oh, this is... It's a very aggressive way of dealing with that. Yeah, Daryl, that is the 2 in the top corner.
First was number 20, Maria N. Second was number 18, Maria N. Third was number 2, Liz Allen.
So, yep, that's good. Leave that 12 there. Cover the 8. Not too hard for this shot, Gina. Well, it made contact. Getting a shot on the 8s could be fun here. In all fairness, you have to work hard not to pop that ball from there. Playing off the cushion is always that option. I mean, always that chance. Don't think it'll go and off, but it is going in that direction. Double might be the way to go, or you could play that. Still going to leave Maureen a tricky shot on that black. It's right back at you. Gina's going to have a tricky shot on the 14, I suspect. No, she won't have a tricky shot on the 14. That's a good black. Okay, looks like Denise has got the won the toss, breaking the first frame. Okay. Breaky, both tables. Dry on the right. About the only dry thing in Canterbury right now. Dry on the left. Just a contained shot there from Maureen. Nothing much there for... Nice double there from Jojo. Yes, why wouldn't you do that? And there's nothing else much left. And still nothing there really, unless you can see the 7. Don't think so. Doesn't go past the 13. So worth a crack on the 3. Still fairly safe if you get it. Still an open table on the right. Daryl, softer break, strategic. Get 4 to touch the cushion, leave the rest all tied up with each other. Don't know. It depends on whether you want to play that sort of game or not. And to have 4 touch the cushion, it's not like you can play those sort of breaks where the balls all go back into a clump. You know, 1 or 2 split off and they come back into the bunch and leave a pretty much a full bunch. So you've still got to have a couple split off, and I think to be fair that nice pot, Maureen. To be fair, that you've got no control over those ones that do split off. So it's a bit of a cleft stick type thing there, really. I mean, the big bunch does neither player that much good, although quite often you have a couple you're just chipping away, ball here, ball there. Depends on what you get left. So no, I don't like that concept. But I think the bunches happen even anyway most of the time. Maureen's just a bit of a machine right now. Denise is spotting quite well as well. I don't think that 5's on past the 12 into the bottom right.
Migraine, hey?
Just chipping away at these ones that are loose. The 1 and the 5 are going to be a bit of fun when you have to get into them. Nice shot, Denise. So you get the 7,
I've seen the refs with
then all you're doing is touching the 1. Make Jojo work not to leave a free ball.
Has it really got transformers? Oh, that's awesome. What do you transform into?
So Gina's attacking the 2 worst balls on the table first up. It's worth a crack. I think that's going to be a free ball. I think that might be a free ball back as well. But I don't know if that's going to do much harm there. That's a nasty wee clump. So I think Denise has nodded her head to say that is a free ball. The snooker on the right hand side's probably, they're getting a ref in to see if that's a snooker past the 2. I think they're probably waiting for the ref on the other table as well. No, Jojo's put Denise back in again. I'm never a fan of... I've always said that you make someone play again when hell freezes over. Yeah, Ronnie is in high demand. It must be nice to be wanted. Yeah, because if you can't find a way to disadvantage your opponent or advantage yourself, it's a very rare thing. So he said no snooker there from the looks of it. So Gina's got a wee bit of work to do here. That's 1 and 4 close to the pocket. Maybe they may be close to the pocket, but they're not in a very friendly line. Just going to have to take one of them down the route into the top left, I think. Jojo has to be careful here. Doesn't really want to leave that 1 inside the 14. And this shot here, she has to make sure of the pot, which she does. Nice shot, Gina.
Sorry, I should have asked you, eh?
Thanks, Pauline. Just been bought a coffee and a sandwich. I'll try not to sound like I'm eating a cow while I'm eating. While I'm having up. I'll wait between frames because I do realise I was being a bit rude before. Can't believe that Daryl's still at number 2 in the comments after a whole litany of them. What have we got? 6, 7 in a row. That's a very, very, very good pot. And that was slightly average, although it's still on. It's like they're taking the double on. Need to. Oh, yep, good effort. Okay, so that position now is Gina's really only got the 4 that's going to be a little bit tricky. Oh, you've gone to number 1 now. Daryl, well done. That's good thinking from Gina. In that cue ball there, so playing the 4 down this corner, bottom left. That's going to track the cue ball up the table. Take away the option of the side pocket, and the top left pocket is a for the black. Yeah, hit the jaw. It's trying to run that through. It's not bad. I think the face cut's on there now into the top left. Nice, takes a bit of pressure off. Good shot, Jojo. So, Gina, do you take the plant on, or are you just going to run it naturally? All right, you're taking the plant on. That makes sense. Run it through, get the 4 next. Oh, and both of them. Wow. Okay, do you reassess that? Yeah, looking at that double back into that corner. It's a bit of a high risk, but the angle's there naturally. It's all about pace. Now you're looking at the cut. Okay. Personally, I'd be taking the double on. It's a low. No, mind you, she can pop better than me, so, you know. Nope. Bit unfortunate that 5 going in, but when you hit it at that sort of pace, that sort of tends to happen. Yeah, big ones are definitely the way to go over there. So 2-0 to Maureen. possibly track that through a little bit hard there, but it's still manageable. It's only slightly out of position on the left. So 10 will go, and then the 12.
Section 5, Christian Edmund Evans, Science Training Voice Hornby, have a signal please.
Oh, that was a wee bit wayward. Another dry break. Good shot. 3's on the side though. And that'll open up that one back into the bottom left.
Section 5, Tournament Grass Cashmere, Tiani, Taker, Pepinoi, table 4 please.
Yeah, nice position there. Just we trickle that in, and the 2 next. That 7 should be on okay past the 12 into the side pocket on the right hand table. Left hand. Sojo's got to weasel that 11 out of there somehow. Taking it in now. I think she's trying to get that past the 7. Didn't quite get there. I think that's just opened up the 7 for Denise. I think she's sort of needed to be the 7 next, I think. They're pretty much all there for Denise now. It's not very good position, but it's still doable. It's still broken up nicely. That's good effort there. Gina getting that 4 that close to the pocket, although there's a wee hole there. So the cue ball is going to be tracking to the top end of that left hand table off the 3. Oh, I don't know if you really wanted that to drop, did you? I mean, it's opened up a gap for the 14. It's going to be rinse and repeat for putting something in there. Still got to work on that 9. That's on the right hand table. Not sure where Denise is going to go here. I don't think the 7 goes past the 15. So Jojo's balls are all out in the open now. It just leaves the 8 as something to deal with. Good pot. Now it's when you take the plant on and put the 8 out of it. Get the 8 out. There we go. So you've got to play the 14. So from the left the right hand side of the table is where you leave that cue ball to go past the 7 and the 8 into that 11. No, it hasn't quite made that work. Maureen's just given a combo away. So Jojo's just running for cover here. Yeah. Could be a snooker. Probably not. 7 probably not a snooker. One good pot. All gonna go that way, are you? Okay. I would have thought the other way might be better. It's a bigger pocket the way you're going. Yeah, good position from Gina. So back up the table. And that 8 will slide past the 15. And if it doesn't go, it'll be sitting there causing mischief. Okay, 2-0 to Jojo. Don't think Denise was ever in control of that frame. Oh, that's not the worst free ball to give away. Just sort of nudge that 10 into the 8 slowly, without doing anything spectacular. If you don't get the pot and you hit it slow, then you're just putting another ball in the cactus. One of your opponent's balls in the cactus. Okay, that was sort of not quite there. I think that 10 might punch that 8 out now. There was a little bit of inaccuracy from Gina. Yeah. And I think she's just got away with that. Here we go, Gina was sleazed one back. Well, not really sleazed, she sort of had that frame for quite a while, but she was a little bit lucky in the end.
Oh, Joe, come and say good day.
How are you? Couple of tasty wee games on here. Barry just turned up.
Jojo and Denise, and Gina and Maureen. Wow.
Yeah, Maureen's first 2 frames pretty much in control, and Gina's got one back. Jojo's just been Jojo and going like a machine.
Definitely, yeah. I watched it yesterday, the finals of the pairs, obviously. It was some pretty good stuff.
Yep.
So the usual suspects you think to go through for the
They'll
finals
go
of
through.
this?
It depends where everyone sits in the draw, there could be some interesting quarterfinals
Oh, wow.
with
Okay.
people dropping frames here and there. So, yeah, the usual suspects will probably go through, but
Yeah.
it's just where everyone sits in the draw. Because some have dropped a couple of frames that,
That's a sneaky wee shot from Denise there.
yeah, I'm not sure she really wanted to pot that.
No, not when she's 2 down.
Yeah, 15 along the rail, but inside that 14 by the sounds of it. Next, or she don't think she can take the 14 direct. So yeah, there's dropped a few frames. So I'd say that there could be some interesting mixed matches in the quarters.
So we're filling up at the back there. There's obviously the swap over from this morning to this afternoon, and it's a miserable day. So come on down, have a look.
Yep. Yes, it's, they had the bingo on downstairs, so the car park was really, really full.
Of course.
I went out and had a wee look. I've just discovered how to make an 80-year-old lady swear. Let's have another 80-year-old lady yell out bingo.
Well, there is that.
Yeah.
I was very lucky with my car park. I got one right at the door.
Bingo must be over.
Oh, I don't know. The rest of the car park's chocker. I just seen somebody pulling out, so I'll have that. Thank you.
Righto. So Maureen is on the unders here. That's a good split. So just we run through quietly for that 2 and back onto the 1.
So these are obviously your 1s and 2s in the section, playing last.
Yes. Yeah, one's. I think that Maureen.
Denise would be happy if she's a number 2 in a section. She's been playing pretty good pool.
Section of 5. Yes, she's playing pretty well today. Guys, really good.
Yep.
Yeah, both of them 1s and 2s. Oh no, actually, tell little Porky's here.
Well, Denise is the 3.
There's something odd going on there.
There is so.
It's like they've played a frame out of order unless someone's gone crook. So we've got Denise at number 3. Jessica Clapper's already got a 0 against Jojo.
So it's only
Section
Jojo and
5.
Denise to play, so it's 1 and 3 to play.
Which is last, which is odd because they should have played this before.
1s and 2s, maybe somebody wanted to go somewhere or needed to do something.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's the ability we have with Tracy when she's in control. She can make sure that she can accommodate everybody. She does a good job. She keeps the games flowing. Time-wise, we're looking pretty good.
You lost track of time. 1:11, yep.
Yeah.
The last game's 1:30.
Afternoon start.
Yep.
We've got tables out there ready to receive, so it's good stuff.
There's a bit of a high velocity discharge from Denise. Putting Jojo back at the table. It's not really a flash looking table, to be fair. Some interesting little clumps of balls on that
Yeah,
table.
but it's a table that Jojo should sort of have no difficulty in. The only difficult thing is the black, but she's got a couple of balls she can split out there.
Yeah, we've got to get through to it first, so
Get high on the 6 and run down, split the black with the 6 into the middle. Lots of different ways to do it.
yeah, both of those, Daryl, if you've seen her shirt, I think you'll see on the back it's got something along the lines of "Do as I say" or something like that.
Oh, Tracy's shirt.
Tracy's shirt.
Yeah. What I say goes, I think it is.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, you're not left in much doubt where you stand.
Never.
Where are we at here?
Denise is taking a long. Oh,
Oh, it's there for
it's
Ron.
probably better she missed that because she didn't have a great deal after it.
No.
All right, this winning section are all now out. Well done, ladies. Give you good time.
Oh, it's good effort there from
Well, it's unexpected.
Maureen. That's put a handbrake on Gina's progress. It's she can slot this 12.
That'll sneak in the front. Of course it will.
Ooh,
It's a bit unlucky.
yeah.
She needs to get high on this 9 and just play it with a bit of pace, because it'll take that 6 out. Play it with top, follow it through, double kiss the 9, take the 6 out. The 9 will hold the pocket.
Yep.
So she's got the ability to clear up a few balls and then just leave the 6 in the middle rail on the bottom here, and away she goes. Big shot this. Nope. Wow. My eyes. I should have bought my glasses.
Angles on the
cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, not sure about that shot there from Denise, but Jojo left in not a lot of options there.
Well, the black will go past.
Well, now.
It looks like it will.
Yeah, so Jojo's forced Denise into making that split and clearing the black, so she's got to work out a way of popping that one out.
Jojo's difficult on the 5 and the 3. Does she play the 6-7 plant with a wee bit of screw back to get onto the 3? No, she can obviously see enough of it.
See enough of that 3. She's got to get down for that 5 as well. So.
Wow, that's a good cut.
So yeah, you're not going to take 5. Near this cue ball.
Here we go.
That would have been a really good shot to get that angle from there.
So this is the one I thought would have been played last for the black. But
yes, we've still got to deal with that one. So Gina just getting the cue ball cleaned over there. Yep, good work, Jojo.
yeah, she's got time.
Yep, just put a lot of pressure back on Denise straight away.
So Gina's going to play this top. Oh, not hard enough.
No, I suspect that 7's coming back in there now. How did that not go? That'll be that piece of chewing gum someone put in there, I guess.
Yep. Well, it's the World Cup, so there's plenty of goalkeepers out there.
Well, that could have worked out better. It was a good double, but Jojo just rolling on as she does.
Not an easy shot from Maureen. Very thin lengths of the table and super soft.
Yeah, discretion being the better part of Ella there.
Indeed, good outcome.
So does Gina.
She's going to buy us.
Another go at that 9 that she did before.
She's going to buy herself a free ball. Good mate. Good.
Jojo potting black for the match. And that's all over, and that was sort of
Fairly convincing.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, Denise was competitive, but
So
Jojo just gave her no opportunity, really.
So that section's now finished. So how does that put Denise? I'm sort of follow Denise's project because she's instrumental to the Waikanai Club, which is my North Island club that I belong to. Okay, looks like she finished 2 in the section.
Yes.
Well done her.
Yeah, the scoring percentage is a little out because it's a section 5.
Section 5, yeah, but
Increase the points to
yeah.
factor in the short section. Okay, Gina's
Maureen.
Maureen's taken that 14 as a free ball.
She can see the 7. No, she's taking it away from the pocket.
Don't think she intended doing that.
Nope.
So I think we're in for a little tippy-tappy battle here for a wee while.
Well, how good is Gina's control? Can she get that 9 ball to the other end of the table and leave the cue ball where it is?
You want to get a wee bit of gap between the 9 and the cue ball before you start taking that on.
get a ref to watch it. She's moved the cue ball too far out.
Too far out, yeah. I think she should have just tapped that in there and got a wee bit of separation first.
This is a nice thin cut. The ball's naturally just going to run up for the black in the opposite corner pocket here, and that'll be for the match. So,
in case you need for pocket weight, which is all you need, is
Yep.
going to run that cue ball naturally for a nice easy line.
this is what I'd have to call a Barney Rubble shot. A little dabble, do you?
Yeah, take that off there.
Well,
Alright, going to use it.
oh my goodness.
God. Yeah.
Deary,
stabbed
deary
into
me.
That. I think she stabbed into that off the jigger.
Yeah, if she had hit it at the top, it wouldn't have gone in off. By playing bottom, it created the in off.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that certainly gave Gina a lifeline. I'm not sure she'll be very happy about that, but that's just the way the game goes.
It's a lot like Gina now to come back and take this match out, believe it or not.
2-0 down. She seems to have a habit of doing that.
Why are we having discussions? Somebody don't know who broke?
That will be Maureen's break. She won the toss. Oh, I think they're out of sequence here. I do believe Maureen won the toss.
Oh, so they've mucked up the brakes along the way somewhere.
Yeah, I think so.
Has somebody had a foul break and
This is not
stepped
the
in?
first time this happened yesterday in a semi as well.
Oh, right.
Saw a quarter, one of those.
Yep.
Claire Shanahan and Kimberly Cummins players match with their partners.
Well, it depends on who your head referee is and how they apply the rule, because if they break out a turn, it's an illegal break, which means the match has not occurred.
If there is a referee there to deal with it, when you're dealing with section players
Exactly.
wandering the floor.
Yeah.
And at what stage, if you click, you've played 3/4 of the frame.
Well, it's like any other rule in the Clubs New Zealand rules. If a rule is not claimed after the next shot has been played, it is null and void.
Yeah.
So it only happens if someone's vigilant.
Yeah.
But anyhow, Gina's broke. She's made a small one off the break.
One in the side pocket. Probably stick with the small ones there. Ooh, yeah, hang on. What are we looking at here? There's that 3 pass on past the 5 in there.
Maybe the 3 does, but
What do you do? Take him 15 and I'm wondering, are they talking about that now? Yeah, what are they talking about? It's the only thing usually is about who's breaking. There, is it? So now's the time to talk about it if they're going to do it.
if they're going to do it.
Stick your head round the corner, although they happen about Barry, you can see from there.
Well, they've engaged the services of Ronnie for some unknown reason.
Yeah, so I reckon they've just clicked, they've broken, so Maureen's just clicked it and
Is
so
it
they've broken out of order.
Out of order. Well, this is exactly what I said. This is the time to get it dealt with.
Yep.
If it has been broken out of order, it's an invalid break and it's re-racked, just the same as 4 balls not touching the rail.
Yeah.
Invalid break. Here comes Ronnie.
Yep.
In this game, table 13, the North Island conceded to Jane to break, so she broke.
Beautiful break,
Consider it's the other person's break.
It's an illegal break. Break out of order. Because
Just tapping. So they have discussed that it is an illegal break, so it'll be a re-reg.
Yeah, as I said, so they questioned it. Maureen was not clear on whose brake it was, so she said, Gina, go in and brake. So she did, and then Maureen's questioned it, said no, after due consideration and having a look, it is actually my brake. They've got Ronnie involved, figured it out, and it is Maureen's brake.
There's no penalty apart
So,
from the re-reg.
so there's no penalties, no nothing. It's an illegal brake, same as 4 balls not hitting the rail. So you just re-rack them, and the correct person gets back into order and brakes and carries on. If they had have carried on without interjection and Gina had have played a second shot, the foul brake could not have been claimed and Gina would have carried on.
Yep.
Fun times.
Wow.
That's why I get to write the rules.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've had a discussion about that, haven't we?
Oh, we have. We've had many discussions about that. It was cold outside, so I put this bloody jacket on. Now I'm cooking.
Yeah, I'm at the stage of life I'd rather be hot than cold, to be fair.
So Maureen's brake in correct order. It's dry, and Gina's got a chance to still be on the small ones.
Well, that's sort of what you call irony, isn't it?
It is a wee bit.
Do you still want the small ones here? I think so. There's nothing much there for a big one. You'd probably cut the 12 if you're adventurous, but
Yeah, I mean all the small ones are on top
yeah,
in a potting position.
3's the only nasty one.
Yeah, but if you can get onto it, it'll go to a middle.
Get it out of the way easy.
Excuse me a momento. Power cut off tomorrow while they do work on the street, so I'm going to pick her up and take her out.
That's cool. Well, maybe we can catch up.
Plenty of room there because that was overcut and it still worked.
I'm back.
Yeah, so I turned the microphone on just to hear that wee kiss on the cheeky one.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah. No, that was Denise, as I said. That's my North Island club that I faithfully belong to. They started a tournament up there a few years ago, the Waikanai Open, and there's a trophy up there, and it's the Barry Appleton Shootout Trophy.
Oh, really?
Yep, and it's for the number 6s in all the sections, and they get to play, and I set the ball up on the table, and they have one bash at it, and the first person to pot it gets $100. So the number 6s can walk away with $100.
Yeah, there's something, yeah.
It takes about 5 minutes to run because they get one shot each,
Yeah.
and first one to pot the black ball gets $100. Simple. It's a ton of fun.
Just thinking back, how many times have we been in the situation where we were eligible for that?
I know, right? But at the end of the day, if we don't have number 6s in a section, we don't have tournaments.
Yeah.
So, it's just a way of giving back. I mean, I donate the trophy and the prize for it every year. It's just my way of giving back. It's a great. They all know it now. They all line up, the cue ball's nice and clean. The cue that they use is a rack cue from the club, and it's wiped clean of chalk.
Oh yeah.
So there's an exceptionally high chance of a miscue.
It's like that shootout they had at the Super League.
Yeah, and the black ball goes there, and the white ball goes in the middle of the D, and away you go.
Yep, it's pretty much like that.
Exactly.
There's Kuma won $1,000 at the racecourse.
Oh, right.
Putting that into the side pocket with
Yep.
a deliberate shot. Someone had been practicing.
Yep.
Okay, so Gina is
She's at the table on smalls.
on smalls, so
There's a good chance that she could. There's a good chance that she could clear this. A real good chance.
transition onto the black will be the fun bit off the. Well, what do? You take the 5 now and take the little delicate cut into the side, or take the 2 and try and screw back, run the 5 up and down, or take the double on.
Well, there's lots of options, but where do you get to for the black? You need to be, as we're looking at it on the right hand side of the table, to cut it into the left bottom as we look at the table, or you need a cue ball right down underneath it so it opens up the 3 pockets.
Yeah, so it's a transition onto the black will be the deciding factor here.
Yep, very much so.
How do you rate it? You know, what's your strength, weaknesses that going through your mind playing these shots?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, we can see how she was going to do that then.
Yeah. Drift that down and come over the right hand side of the table.
Yep.
Yeah. So that the position for her last ball was fairly good, but
Yeah, part B's not much good without part A.
correct.
So it's pretty sure that 12's not on past the 11.
Well, if it is, it's a starter. It doesn't look like she's playing it, so
She's playing 14 to leave the cue ball over on the right hand side of the table. Okay, so that 2's on from there. That needed to be a little bit softer, so that it was only leaving a shot at the 5.
again, it's very thin, full length of the table, difficult.
Either too soft or too hard. Either way, it needed to cover that.
She's playing it at the top, so is she going to play for the double kiss? Nope. She's gone for the cut and got it. What a fantastic shot.
It's pretty good. Now, that's sort of limiting for the next one.
Yep.
So that she's looking at whether that 8 will go in under the 12. Don't need to do anything flash here.
Oh, Randy thing and the Holy thing would have been just enough. That was
Yeah. Let's see the next shot's all sort of backed out there for.
so the tables look like they're playing pretty well.
Yeah. Well, that gives you a few options. That 12 will go in past that 14, cushion 14, and then if they're coming down that side of it, there's a gap there between the 5 and the cush, so that gives you a few more options with your position. Obviously playing this, you can't really see past there, so
Can't see where she's hitting the cue ball, so this cue ball could come flying back. Here we come.
gosh, I nearly stuffed that up. Got more buttons than bloody cents there. So
Well,
it's possibly a little bit far. I don't like the where the cue ball's going. It's just taking that cut on inside the 14 now.
yeah, she's in a world of hurt. She can't dig to the bottom of the cue ball to stop it, so it's going to be natural wherever it goes.
Maybe try and thin it, maybe.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
perfect shot.
Wow.
And that, ladies and gents, is that.
That's a very good finish there from Miss Greenwood.
Absolutely. So there you go for anybody that's out there listening and looking. If you're playing this game, make sure that it is your break.
Yeah.
And
should be fined. Who are you going to fine, John? The one that broke or the one that said it's okay to break? And where does the money go? I suggest any fines that you pay to the commentators.
Absolutely.
Before anyone else.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's
See you all in a couple of days. I'm going to go and pick the better half up and go and do some shopping, and I'll come back and watch the finals, and I'll be around to do a bit of commentating for the Masters as well. So see you all then.
Thank you very
Until
much,
then,
Barry.
thanks very much. Keep safe, keep dry.
Thank